When a tiny kitten was brought into a vet clinic with a swollen nose and labored breathing, no one expected the shocking discovery that would follow. But as the vets leaned in and peered inside the kitten's nostril, something began to move. What they pulled out left even seasoned professionals stunned and left millions of viewers online squirming. This is the jaw-dropping story of a brave little kitten, a parasite hiding in plain sight, and the real risks your pets may face when they step outside. It started with a TikTok video, just 30 seconds long, but it exploded online like wildfire, more than 12 million views in days. The clip, uploaded by a veterinarian who goes by WitJ, shows a tiny kitten being carefully restrained, while a pair of tweezers is gently inserted into its enlarged right nostril. The kitten squirms slightly but doesn't yowl or flinch in pain. And then something starts to emerge. It's long, it's wriggling, and it's very much alive. As the camera zooms in, the horror becomes clear. A giant botfly larva, lodged deep inside the kitten's nasal passage, now slowly being pulled free. Off camera, someone coos gently. "Feel better, sweetheart?" The kitten lets out a soft sigh and takes a deep breath, finally able to breathe freely. The internet was horrified and fascinated. Botflies, also known as warble flies, are not your average pest. These aren't fleas or ticks. They're larger, far more invasive, and straight out of a science fiction nightmare. Botflies lay their eggs near rodent burrows, rabbit nests, or even directly on other insects like mosquitoes. Once those eggs hatch, the tiny larvae burrow into warm-blooded animals, cats, dogs, rabbits, even humans in rare cases. And they don't just stay on the surface, they dig in. They live inside the host, feeding, growing, maturing. Some find their way into neck tissue. Others crawl into eye sockets, the ear canal, or, as in this kitten's case, straight up the nose. Left untreated, they can block airways, cause secondary infections, or, in worst-case scenarios, migrate to the brain, triggering a life-threatening condition called feline ischemic encephalopathy. The kitten was found during a storm, drenched, shivering, and struggling to breathe. A good Samaritan scooped him up and rushed him to a local clinic, where vet techs immediately noticed the right side of his nose was swollen and inflamed. During the initial exam, WitJ spotted movement. That's when the real work began. A local anesthetic, lidocaine, was administered directly into the nostril to numb the area. Full sedation was too dangerous. With his breathing already compromised, putting the kitten under could have stopped his heart. In a follow-up video, Witt explained, "I try to avoid killing patients. Using tapered tweezers, she carefully gripped the exposed edge of the larvae. It resisted. These parasites are built to latch on tightly, anchoring themselves with tiny spines. But slowly, steadily, it began to come free. When the entire thing finally emerged, it looked like something out of Alien, thick, dark, and grotesque, and still wriggling. But the kitten? He took a deep breath through a clear nose for the first time in days. WitJ wasn't surprised. "It's cutie season," she joked in a caption, vet slang for the peak months when botfly larvae start showing up en masse in outdoor pets. These parasites are shockingly common in the southern United States, especially in warmer months. From Texas to Florida, vet clinics often see dozens of cases in a single summer. Just days before the kitten video, Witt had posted another extraction, this time from a cat's neck. Same procedure, same shocking footage, and thousands of shocked commenters wondering how these bugs even exist. Veterinarians in Kentucky, Nebraska, and other regions echoed the warning. Dr. Matt McGlasson, a vet at Noah's Ark Animal Clinic, treated an 8-week-old stray named Moose who showed up with a swollen neck. What looked like a simple infection turned out to be a full-grown botfly larva. After removing it and flushing the wound, Moose made a full recovery and was adopted by a staff member. "These things happen more often than people realize," McGlasson said, "especially in kittens. They're small, they don't groom themselves well, and they're easy targets. Botflies don't latch on to their hosts directly. Instead, they use a bizarre and terrifying delivery method called pheresis. Here's how it works. A female botfly catches a ride on a mosquito or other blood-feeding insect. Then, when that mosquito bites a warm-blooded animal, the botfly's eggs fall off and land on the skin. The warmth of the host triggers the eggs to hatch, and the larvae immediately burrow into the tissue, looking for a place to grow. They'll stay there for anywhere from 4 to 18 weeks, creating a small breathing hole while they feed and mature. Then they wriggle out, drop to the ground, and pupate in the soil. Rinse and repeat. So, what can you do if you're a pet owner? Unfortunately, there's no vaccine or foolproof prevention, but awareness is key. If you notice your pet pawing obsessively at one spot, having difficulty breathing, developing a lump with a tiny hole or movement, get them to a vet. Do not try to extract it yourself. Doing so improperly can rupture the larva, cause infection, or leave parts behind. According to Dr. Elizabeth Farrington from the Nebraska Humane Society, their team often removes one botfly larva a day during peak season. These bugs aren't evil, she says. They're just opportunists, but they can be dangerous if they end up in the wrong spot. The kitten from the viral video is doing just fine. After his dramatic extraction, he was playful, affectionate, and finally breathing easy. Whit J called him a sweet little guy. And after everything he went through, he certainly earned that title. But his story is more than just a gross-out moment online. It's a reminder of what our pets endure when they can't speak up. Every sniffle, every limp, every twitch, it matters. And sometimes, what lies beneath the surface is more shocking than we ever imagined. If you have pets who go outside, even just for a few minutes a day, check them regularly. Keep them clean, watch for changes, and trust your gut if something looks off. And to every vet out there, thank you for doing the dirty, difficult, and sometimes downright disturbing work to keep our animals safe. If this story made you cringe, gasp, or feel a little more grateful for your furry friends, hit that like button, subscribe for more real-life animal stories. And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to know what's crawling under the surface. Could be more real than you think.